Men are like machines that modern women don't understand. When I host videos that describe women as not understanding men, it's not to be mean or to shame anyone. I'm simply pointing out the obvious, that society today has told women they can have it all, anytime they want. And when women decide they're ready for a family years later, good men will just be easy to find and instantly ready to marry, regardless of the woman's masculine energy, her looks, number of children out of wedlock, or age. Ladies, this is simply not how men work. Since the beginning of time, even until now, men have focused on the role of being providers for our families. Some men, like kings and high-ranking officials, amassed more resources than most other men, but by and large, men provided for their household within their means. And women, depending on their family's social status in society, did their roles for the family in their social class structure. When everything in the household is working like clockwork, men don't break up their own homes. We men love to repeat good, productive habits over time, and will keep the successful family going for the rest of our lives. This is why when you see some men mess around with side chicks, men generally never divorce, because we love the clockwork of our households when it's managed well by the wife. You've seen or heard of those cases where the side chick, after she catches feelings for her married lover, starts asking him if he's going to leave his wife for her. But what does he usually reply, either directly or indirectly? He'll say something like, "As much as I like being with you, I'm not leaving my wife." Why does he say this? Because he loves his wife, because she manages the household well and takes good care of his legacy via his children. It's really this simple, ladies. Some men are less direct than others about this topic, which is why some would tell the side chick what she wants to hear at that moment, but knowing full well deep down inside, he has no intention of leaving his family. He'll drag out the affair for years like this, on and on, until either the mistress stops asking and plays her role, or until she leaves. But I do advise gentlemen, if you're going to mess around on the side, to at least be direct and upfront with such women so that they can decide early on if they want to be your side chick or not. Men need to be decisive here. Going back to our royalty situation, men who were kings often required a male heir to eventually take over the kingdom. Royalty at this level required wives who could produce sons. That's how they kind of thought of it back then. This is the only example in history where men would disrupt their marriage. The other scenario, by the way, is where the wife had an affair herself, which would risk bringing shame on the husband. This goes for royal men or regular men. Finally, notice I never said all men mess around with side chicks, not just from a religious aspect. It's not always practical or economical to have women on the side. Plus, most men like peace around them. And when you stir up a woman's emotions, some of them can be hell to deal with. Remember what I said earlier, men are like machines. We like the clockwork of good habits and a well-run household, day in and day out. If our wives are successfully running the house, we get even more inspiration and motivation to achieve more for our families. So why introduce a mystery woman into the equation who might disrupt the clockwork of our well-run machine? This, my dear ladies, is the essence of a good man that modern society has hidden from you through the propaganda of modern womanism. If you play your role well, your man will be inspired to do even more for you, and in turn, you will be motivated to help him be the best he can be. And that clockwork between you both will improve society. If more women and men can simply understand this science of the successful household, it's a science. When a wife works a career during the children's formative years, whether she works by choice or because of household finances being too much for one income, that takes her away from this role, which can cause her to split her energy. Often, some working wives don't have enough energy for bedroom activities with the husband, which can disrupt the clockwork of the household. Keep that in mind. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe so we can keep this new channel growing. Until modern women understand the simple clockwork machine nature of men, the apocalypse of good men will continue. Welcome to the Brother Apocalypse.